What is up, everybody? I'm NoLucksGiven, and welcome back to the Bazaar. I actually don't know what the best first pick here is. Either Ganjo for some scaling, which would be great, like even if I find like a bronze flail later. So I think I'm going to go for Ganjo. There's enough multicast in Pygmalion that I think this will be fine. And I think there's kind of a problem right now in the Bazaar. I'm sure it is the thumbnail and title of this video. Unless something goes drastically right in this game and we're able to pull off some kind of cool, unique comp, we are probably going to just wind up playing an enchanted fixer-upper build because they're really consistent, really powerful, and really kind of discourage you from doing basically anything else. I've only played like 2 games, I think, as Pygmalion on this patch, and I tried to play a bunch with Vanessa, and it just didn't work. I have seen some dually builds that are able to work with some big multicast thing, and I haven't been like totally a dog with all of my Vanessa games. I felt like I had sometimes put some stuff together, but generally it just seems a lot less consistent than just picking Pig and finding a fixer-upper. It's fixer-upper, deed, balcony, and that's basically the entire comp. There's some interesting potential for it in the late game. Am I supposed to study here? I think I'm maybe supposed to study. I wasn't sure. Yeah, okay, I do still find a lost crate. So I guess I'll just lose the first day. I'm not going to turn down the lost crate, but that confused me that I had an encounter where I could just pick up an XP there for free. Let's get 8% crit on the fixer-upper here, and then I guess I'll try to scale the stinger. I can't scale the, I can't put the crit on the Ganjo, right? Yeah. Okay, so maybe this can work. It's a scaling lifesteal item. I mean, I doubt it. Are you sure? But maybe if this is like companion core dually or crit core dually, and they really don't have anything else. No, it is shield dually with blast doors. They are probably just going to have way too much shield for me, and the fact that I have lifesteal also doesn't matter. Though, potentially, I can scale up, and I do have an extra 50 health on them that will, I mean, no, they're just going to outscale me here. There's no way we can make this work. Especially with the fact that they're not damaging me. If some of these things were damaging items, and then I could heal off the damage, but as is, they're just going to have way too much armor going into the sandstorm, that we are going to get a loss. It's interesting, I think when the game first came out, Dooley was a character, like, specifically when companion core lizard builds were everything throughout the month of December. Dooley was a character that like lost on the first day and then came back and won, and now it seems like Dooley is the most aggressive character and always has easy early wins, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if I should keep on going for XP, potentially get some income, or start to look for the pieces of our build which are non-weapon items. I think I'll start to look for some build pieces with 18 gold here. We could level up the Ganjo too. Bootstraps are also somewhat interesting, though I don't think they're super important for this build, and we might rather just pick them up later. So I'm going to pick up the Ganjo, even though that leaves me with like no remaining cash. I think that this will be interesting. And then we will just pick a fixer-upper because it's basically free. It does deny us potentially the ability to do anything else for the rest of the day. But that's fine. We'll figure it out. Oh, I could sell the ATM right back to Midsworth. That's actually beautiful. Won't allow me to buy Lemonade Stand, but Yo-Yo Ganjo is probably good enough. Or I could Brass Knuckles it. No, I think it's just better on Yo-Yo with lighter cooldown. Oh, I could do both. I could just do both. It's not terrible to play the Stinger here, though, either. I mean, help you. The Brass Knuckles are a little bit quicker, but I could run into another issue where I don't have an opponent that's dealing me damage, and then I'll be glad that I went for this route. So, interestingly, yeah, we are not really doing any fixer-upper type stuff yet. The sooner that you find the fixer-upper itself, kind of the better, because it takes 3 full days to upgrade after that. But I really don't think it's a huge deal regardless. Hasting weapons, not super interesting to me here. This is kind of fun with this thing, but I think we'll be looking to cut both of these quite quickly. Sharpening stone for Yo-Yo. It's fine. I think I'm just going to look for fixer-upper here.
I mean, a customer.
This is free, and then I can roll.
That doesn't work out for you. Come back for a refund.
Then we find Spiky Shield, which isn't even necessary for the build once you have an enchantment, as long as you get a good enchantment. I guess you could always get a bad enchantment, though, and that is where it is really good to have the Spiky Shield. Spiky Shield also fine with Ganjo, because it scales a little bit better, actually, than double damage. Believe it or not. So I could see doing something like this. Oh, I might want to... I forgot this was right. I got my lefts and my rights mixed up. If that was confusing earlier on. I don't know. The Yo-Yo is still probably the best thing, but I'll leave the Spiky Shield here just because it's kind of an interesting interaction. And then we will grab, I think, just a bronze tier item because I'm kind of lacking a little bit. I mean, I can put these other weapons back in now, though I'm not super excited about them. And yeah, I mean, I guess Brass Knuckle is my second quickest item for the Yo-Yo. That is the reason to put the Yo-Yo on this side. That way it can double activate. Oh, I can use the hatchet to charge up the Yo-Yo. That's probably worth it, actually. Yeah, I think so. Then could grab another small weapon. Or just return the crate again, get some more spending cash for tomorrow. That's probably ideal, and we'll face up against another dually. 0-win dually, though. So maybe not that tempo-oriented, but some dualies can just be really rocking right out of the gate. No, this is a companion core dually that really does not seem to be doing anything at all. I mean, they might still get me just with the rocket launcher, but I don't know. I don't know. We're going to get some armor back here, some shield. And, okay, yeah, I'm actually just dead still. The burn did me in. Rocket launcher still quite good, but it did not seem like they were doing much here, I gotta be honest. So, I guess it was their skills that really got me there. Gold Ganjo, yeah, possibly a little bit of a distraction, but how was I not going to go for that there? Let's grab a small weapon here now. That is just going to be some cash to sell. Ooh, okay, well now I got to spend my cash on some skills. Clearly, Arbitrage is actually not terrible. Plus 10 shield, plus 30 shield. Honestly, I'd probably go for plus 30 shield, because I do still need a little bit more combat prowess for right now. So let's do that. And then... I didn't load up how Bazaar. I'm just going to assume I can take on the Rogue Scrapper here, though, and load up how Bazaar now. And yeah, 450 to 450 is probably fine. Let's see, could I have taken on the Scout Trooper? They have 650, and they're also not super useful to me either. No, I think I made the right call here. I could have gone for Dabbling Apprentice. I haven't gone for Dabbling Apprentice in a little bit, but I forgot they've got a pair of Vial of Bloods. So that could certainly be worth pursuing. Trying to grab another enchantment is good with the Fixer Upper as well, because you just get more chances at finding a better enchantment. I think it's probably gotta be plus 10 damage on all my weapons. 60 starting shield is not super impressive, and yeah, this is just so good on the Yo-Yo to kick it off that I think the tempo is worth it, even if I ultimately don't plan on using that item. check out an economic seminar, find an ATM and a boomerang. That's big come-ups here. I could even see going like ATM and actually playing it, keeping it near the yo-yo, and keeping it in so that way it scales up the spiky shield. I mean, I could certainly see that being better than a 4-second boomerang. Yeah, just playing a faster item. I like it. Silver items I'm never going to be able to afford. Could put a little bit more attack on the yo-yo. That's also not crazy. Or, you know what? Let's check out silver items. I won't be able to roll here. If I sell the med kit, then I've got an extra 6 gold. So yeah, all I'm looking to do is buy a small item, which is not super useful. Double this item's value, so it shields for 4 every 3 seconds. Could be an interesting temporary thing for the spiky shield, but it's less damage than these. So yeah, I think I never go for it because I have strength now. So let's just get out of here and face up against a fellow piggy. Sure.
I should warn you, I am like other Jabonians.
We'll see if they already have the full comp together. No, this is nothing. A pair of bees and a spiky shield. No, I guess it's a pretty similar comp to me, huh? But I think the gold Ganjo will just allow me to... Oh, the ATM is activating the bees. Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer, but I think we're still going to just like vastly outscale my opponent here. So, looks like it is all going to be good. I should finish them off. One more yo-yo activation. Okie dokie. Yeah, these things I definitely want to look to replace pretty soon with a fixer-upper and a balcony and such. Got a little bit of extra gold. I'll put in the boomerang against the PvE fights too. That'll be nice. And today is day 4. Great. Okay, medium items are where we want to be because that can give you the balcony and it can give you something else, the deed. The deed. So I think we're gonna look just for the deed here. Nope. I might not even be able to find it this early in the game. I'm not sure if the deed comes in silver variety, but I will take every opportunity to try to find the fixer-upper now as soon as possible. Matchbox yo-yo is kind of an interesting combo. Like, I could throw in the matchbox here, and it would trigger the yo-yo slightly faster than the ATM does. I don't want to waste my cash on that.
Maybe if I got better goods.
Yeah, maybe get some better goods there, guy. Boiler Room Brawler is probably fine. Does Retiree give me anything? When you heal, your shield items scale up. Nah, not really. Deadly Crooner also has the Ganjo, but has 900 health, and that certainly scares me. Huh. But they do seem quite slow. And they offer an extra XP. I think I can take on the Deadly Crooner here. So... do I want the bird? What if I go bird just because a multicast charges the yo-yo a little bit faster? Yeah, let's try this. I think this will work out fine. This opponent really does not have too much. I'm just fighting them for the 1 extra XP and maybe like 1 extra gold here. And I feel like with that medkit on the bird, I'm actually not looking like that much of a dog here. I feel like we can actually take him reasonably so. We're slowly scaling here. And I think we're scaling faster too. Yeah, I've got a golden Ganjo to their silver Ganjo. Didn't think about that. So, I think we're just doing all right. And I would... so, one thing that's interesting is, like, You really just need to find the fixer-upper before you prestige down, so that way at the very least you can enchant the fixer-upper for free. I get another med kit for the bird. That's silly. Oh, and what else did I get from the boomerang here? I got Eagle Talisman. Eagle Talisman, cool. First time you use a large adjacent items gain crit, I will probably go for the Finesse Shield, which can give cooldown reduction to the fixer-upper. Yeah, I mean, it's also a potential cooldown reduction on these two items, so it's fine. 2 income, heal, and regen items. I think I will just click shield item. Whoa, okay. That is not typically how you get the fixer-upper, but we got it. So, fair enough. I probably won't put it in this turn. It's bigger and less than the ATM, but it's nice to have picked it up. There's an interesting combo with it and the bird and the yo-yo, though, if I wanted to potentially change out the spiky shield for something like this, and now I'm a full yo-yo comp where I am just trying to triple activate the bird so that way it auto activates the yo-yo. I do think that this is a worse idea, though. I think I probably still want to be doing this with, you know, we'll figure out the rest in a moment. Let's go to an economic seminar and grab 2 items and skills. I feel like I only ever see items there. I don't know if I've ever gotten skills. Maybe once I've gotten a skill from the economic seminar, but few and far between, to be sure. Up against a 2-win piggy. Probably just play like, I don't know, Brass Knuckles Hatchet. I will hang on to this Eagle Talisman because I can actually just sell it right onto the fixer-upper right now. But there's no huge reason to do so. This is fine. Every 4 damage, deal 20. I guess that is actually still just my best option. It's awkward. It doesn't seem that strong. 2 times this item's value. Yeah, we will just stick with this then. I don't imagine this being super useful. There is also one other thing that's kind of interesting here. If I play this, it gains the crit chance, but this is a lot more shield. And so it's probably right. Honestly, I don't even think it's crazy to put the Ganjo on the ATM, just because it's activating more than twice as fast as the spiky shield. Does that make me have any other thoughts about anything else? I don't think so. I think we'll run this.
My dreams are too big for you to steal.
And there is one other part of the fixer-upper build that is strong, and that is finding a rewards card as soon as possible, so that way you can just passively gain value onto the... Holy moly! They found the 21% crit chance and got me dead real quick there. That's fine. It's not really expecting, nor do I find it essential to be winning these fights. Now I've got a golden fixer-upper, and that potentially makes it even worth playing. I mean, it's already more shield than the ATM, so I guess what I could do is go... Wait, isn't this a fine build? Just instead of the bird? Yeah, this is totally reasonable. There is also, like, just Ganjo just for these things, and then just play bird to deal with poison. It's also not unreasonable. I do kind of want to figure out what the plan is, though, right now, because now I would like to escort the convoy and risk it here whenever possible. I guess that means I should put the boomerang back in, right? We could go Ganjo, Yo-Yo, Spiky Shield. I feel like this is a reasonable build. I do need to make a little bit of room for the boom. Let's sell out of this one. Yeah, I could be fine with this. Might not even get an encounter. Oh, nice. I get a dire mosquito encounter. Hopefully they're not too strong. 900 health. This is not typically an encounter that you have to worry about losing, though. So I imagine we should be fine. And now I want to look for every... Like, this can stay bronze for the rest of the game as long as I'm concerned. I want to find more medium items and non-weapon items. So that way I can find... And also small. I do want to find the rewards card. And also there's like a coconut item. I don't exactly know what it's called, but that one is also really good for...
It's all about motivation.
The fixer-upper build.
What you're fighting for.
Grabbed another med kit. I will... just sell off the med kit onto the bird again so I can pick up this amber. And this buys medium items, which I do have one medium item I could sell. Though I would also play this medium item if I had to. Could grab another shield item. That worked out pretty well for me last time. The force field is a slight upgrade over spiky shield, just for being twice as fast. I think I'll look for a rewards card. It's a pretty long shot. Definitely not grabbing this. I actually picked this up in a game recently, and it felt bugged. It never gained any value. So don't like that. Should actually potentially sell out of piggy bank. Feel like it's not super good. I can spend 24 gold to upgrade the fixer-upper. That might win me like a little bit of extra value in my combat today, but that is certainly not worth 24 gold. I'm going to sell out of ATM as well while I am here and piggy bank before it costs me any more extra money. But I'm out of here after that. And then I think I will just grab a silver tier item. For lack of anything better here. Okay, globe is fine. It's not super synergistic with finesse shield. So I don't know if I'm like in love with keeping it around. But it is still just some nice passive stats to have. Our day 5 encounters are Sabertooth, which really can't imagine that doing anything for me. The Rocket Trooper... also don't really see as super useful, and then Mod Squad, which I might not be able to beat. The benefit of the Mod Squad is they are going to have more health than me, activating my finesse shield, so that's kind of cute. However, I think I will probably go for the Rocket Trooper. They've got Eagle Talisman, they've got Keen Eye. Those are somewhat relevant things. An extra gold, an extra XP, certainly good, but I think I would lose to the Mod Squad right here. I don't feel like I'm that strong. And yeah, I think we need some more strength before we start going for anything crazy. Got to find the deed and the other stuff. Flashy reload, not really useful on Pygmalion at the very least. Is, at one point, was the best skill in the game, but certainly not right this very second. Best skill in the game right now? I don't know. That's an interesting question. What is the best skill? I mean, I'm trying to even think of like an important skill for this comp, and I can't really even think of it. Alright, we do need to find some econ items soon. Get a property is good. Lost Crate is always good. But I think I'm just going to go for medium items because those are the items that I really need. Adjacent toys have multicast. That's new. Multicasting yo-yo is kind of cool. Oh, boomerang also a toy. We, however, are just going to roll along. Bushel, kind of cute with yo-yo, but yeah, I don't need it. I don't care about any of this stuff. I would rather just
That's Paul.
lose and
You might have
prestige
what you
down.
need.
I can lose the next 2 fights and not really care.
If you have to ask the price, you can't afford it.
Tusked Helm. No, I just want the rewards card here. Don't find it. Could play some more shield stuff, but I don't think I'm going to worry about those either.
Shoppers.
So, up against our Pygmalion fight. I think, actually, I do want to play, like, the bird and I suppose Brass Knuckles. Yeah, seems fine. Not super exciting. Oh, I can get 10% more crit on Fixer Upper. Could actually... Oh, yeah. My bad. Fixer Upper should be in the rear and on the right so that it's getting bonuses from both of these things as well.
My people. Boring. My dreams.
I think it's fine still to not have the Fixer Upper next to the Ganjo, but I could see just going Ganjo Fixer Upper just to really scale. Yeah, that might be better. They are taking away all of my shield here, but we really only need to get him big once. Yeah, I should be scaling the Fixer Upper. I'm going to change the build for the next fight. I am still scaling, and I am still, well, no longer winning. I was going to say I spoke too soon, but I almost did not speak soon enough in order to make that incorrect statement. All right, now the Fixer Upper is Diamond, and shields for 130. That's pretty good, and that's why this comp is good. I don't need more weapons. I will pick up another shield item, and that is the Textiles. Heal equal to your shield. Fine against poison. Not really super useful across the board, but has some potential. I think we got to go to Pearls here. I don't need other larges. There
look
are
like a hardy
specific
one.
things that I
Need
would
some work.
really like. And I might like just roll for them. Truffles is actually an important part of the build because you just pick it up and sell it onto this, but I don't think... Freeze this and adjacent items. Nah. Lemonade Stand's also a really cool item that I still want to make a video on, but for now we're just going to keep rolling and try to hit specifically one of the things that this build really cares about. Bootstraps, again, silver bootstraps are not super useful. I don't know how effective this is to just continually roll for like very specific things, but I think it's somewhat reasonable at the same time. I'm gonna do one more roll here, I suppose, and we find ice cream truck. I'm gonna keep rolling. Weights. Not great. And I basically have to take it, though. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sure. All right. No whammies, big bucks. Bust. Deals 2 times damage if it's your only friend, but you need to have a bunch of weapons and tech.
That
Guess I'm
belongs
just
in a
taking
museum.
cinders.
But I guess you're
Not great. Not
If you
great
want
for
Herman
me.
Stoic, you came to the wrong
Okay, we
place.
do get an upgrade
I believe
on
in joy.
Finesse Shield, though.
Let's both keep learning.
So
someday
maybe
we'll
there
teach
is
each
still... an avenue to victory for us here. I hope. I hope. I mean, we had to... So one huge thing that I don't think I brought up yet is when you prestige down and enchant this, it also doubles in value, which means that it doubles in the shield output, which is really cool. And some of the enchantments on it right now are just game-winning. Take a look at Infernal, though. I don't know if I'm strong enough to fight them now. No, and I don't think that it's good to do so. So we are just going to go for the Mosquito again. You can get a burning fixer-upper. You can make some really nice stuff happen out of that. So we'll see what we are able to put together now. It's looking good, though. Nothing. I mean, I'm really just wanting the insect wing here.
Not all Jabalians are pacifists.
Nothing super useful. All right, let's try to find Deed and the other thing. I probably will buy truffles.
So, how
I do need another item to play, but no, we're just gonna lose. I'll roll. It's actually important enough that if I found Deed, I would sell for it. Don't need that though. So yeah, ooh, this is good. So ideally, you don't find this until you have already prestige down, but I can double the value of the fixer-upper, which is still good to do. But doing this after you've enchanted it is obviously insane. As is, it's still giving me 200 armor every 3 seconds, which is probably good enough. And at the very least, I cannot prestige down after this fight. So, got a little bit of leeway. And what is this? Oh, Crane Electric Eels. Okay, eels are going to be reasonable against us. Langsian can two-shot me. But I'm gaining a lot of armor. This is a comp where shield is actually super relevant. All right, they take away my shield there, but if we can get it back and hit them before the Langsian gets to activate, it's potentially very close to lethal. Not quite, but I'm going to get out of range. Oh, I barely... Oh, the crane was huge, actually. The crane was actually gnarly at that stage. Okay, fair enough. Second crane hit did me in. Was not paying attention to that one. Not that paying attention to things helps you in the Bazaar, but I missed it. And buys your smalls. Sure, I've got a few smalls to buy, and we can get somewhat cheeky with this here too. Okay, cool. So we can sell the truffles for 3, which is a little bit of extra value, and then use that cash to buy the Deed, which is double value for the fixer-upper and an important part of the comp. I don't know what we cut now against the PvE fights, if we cut the Ganjo, or if we just stop playing the Boomerang. For now, we'll play this. And do I want to roll... If I spend this to roll, it would be tough to even purchase the balcony, but I would make it happen. Yeah. Wow. Okay, there's balcony. So, and I do like closed signs sometimes too. But now we just get to full pivot into the real build. And at that point, the Ganjo just doesn't matter. So, goodbye, Ganjo.
That's not really my size, but I guess I'll take it.
We'll play the balcony.
Where's Mitchworth? Oh,
And we
did he see me close the deal?
we could sell the yo-yo for sure. I could sell the cinders just for a little bit of extra cash. The closed sign is funny with fixer-upper, because it's just a ridiculous amount of regen, and it's good in some matchups. Though, actually, if we're being honest, I cannot afford that in any capacity. So never mind. But here's the question. Against the PvE fight, do I purchase... I do need a small item. Maybe I can find it here? Negative. Get the gold Ganjo again. Could have had a diamond Ganjo. Shield skills or gold skills? I really don't know which of these you're supposed to go for, to be honest. Shield skills could be finesse shield. It could be... I don't know. I think gold skills are more important. But I don't know what shield skills are even available, to be honest. That's what I was saying earlier. I don't know what skills are really good and important for this comp. I do think that there's a pig skill that cares if you only have 4 things. That does open you up to freeze a little bit, which is awkward. Let's take a look at gold skills, though. Regardless, first 4 times your enemy uses a non-weapon, charge a weapon. Might just be a total dud, though. Do I sell out of globe for a roll? Yeah, why not? And I have, when you crit your shield item scale, start a fight, gain a big shield. First time you use a large item, freeze 1 item for 4 seconds. Initial chill sounds pretty great. Chili Charles not going to be super useful for me. But here's the question. Do I just play the boomerang and just try to stall tactic out my opponent here? I think so. I think I'll beat the Cosmic Rock regardless. And this will just be fun just to show off the power of the fixer-upper. A little bit of cooldown reduction, but the important part is this doubles it. And, oh, the property... Yeah, property to the left. Mixing up my left and rights again. And then this also doubles the value of all of my items, bringing this up to 800 shield. And it's critting 1/4 of the time as well. So we're going to go into the sandstorm now. Hopefully we can pick up a feather or potentially either of these skills. Any of those things seem fine. And we'll get a little bit of extra value here from the boomerang. But you can see how hitting for 10k would be pretty solid. I'm sure you've seen this comp. I'm sure this isn't anything. This isn't exciting gameplay right now, but I think the game is kind of in an awkward state because at least if you're playing ranked, from my experience when I was playing Vanessa, I guess we're not seeing that great of an example of it in this video, but most of my opponents have just been playing this and killing me. And I'm like, okay, well, why should I even try to do anything else, you know? Let me just pick this up first. I'm going to go for more crit on the fixer-upper, though. Believe that. Found its target. And then I mean, this is a property. You can find upgrades for that from abandoned property, but I think I just want to escort the convoy and try to grab as much XP as possible. It being uneventful and just grabbing an XP, you know, is whatever. And I do also think I want economic items. Specifically, I really want, well, I do want a balcony upgrade, I suppose. But I also think that it's worth rolling here because I really want the card. I'll take the truffles. I'll take the truffles just to hold on to them. Actually, I will not be taking truffles. Gold truffles I cannot buy, and it's not worth selling off of anything else just for a little bit more gold here. So I wasted some gold, but that's fine. Truffles I like because they just allow you to scale up the fixer-upper without having to put the rewards card, if it even is called rewards card. It might be called like coupon or something like that. Let me see. Is rewards card the thing that I'm thinking of? Yes. Yeah, rewards card is what I'm thinking of. And it's just annoying to continually put this back into your stash before you visit every single merchant. They're freezing me a lot here, but it doesn't matter. I'm able to gain 3,000 shield and just one-shot them there with the spiky shield. There we go. Well, I'm expecting more opponents to also be playing this and potentially, like, better than me at some point. Not quite happening, but I guess I'm not mad about that. It does mean that I'm still hanging on with 2 prestige and an unenchanted fixer-upper. But, I mean, it's day 8, so it's not like I'm, like, killing it here, you know? Let's go to
Barely
pearls.
scratched the surface of the outlets.
I basically have everything that I'm really looking for. Thrusters for the fixer-upper might not be a terrible one-slot item. You know what? I think it is. I think it is a pretty good one. Cool.
Hey, you're a natural at this.
Putting this down to 2 seconds to activate. This does not scale off of anything else. I don't have anything else for that. I think I'll grab 2 gold and a silver tier loot. Yeah, I actually don't want health. I gotta keep remembering that. Glad we sold out of the globe. Skill upgrades. Any chance I can buy a skill upgrade for 10 gold? Or do I just want to go to Prospero and find a... I mean, this would be 10 gold, right? Yeah, maybe it'll give me a right eye. Oh, no, they give me both of these. How much do we have to sell to afford that? 10. Which means... could sell off all of these and get 1 additional second of freeze or double the cooldown reduction on my shield items. I gotta go for double the cooldown reduction on my shield items. Unfortunately, I mean, I could sell off something else to hang on to the thrusters for a moment. But I think we're just going to, I guess right before we sell out of the thrusters, let's give it a moment of glory there with some cinders, and then we'll toss it so that way I can get even more finesse on my shields. I do think that that's a pretty good skill to be having, and now I just have to hope that I fight opponents with less health than I. Day 8 encounters, Joyful Jack is going to say when you heal, charge a poison item, which sounds completely irrelevant until you get a poison enchant on the fixer-upper. Oasis Guardian is 10 regen for each non-weapon that you have, so right now it's 30 flat regen, which is totally fine. Then Bouncertron is when you use a weapon, adjacent items scale their crit. It does have an additional XP as well, but I think I will go for Oasis Guardian. Just because that skill seems a lot more useful against like a poison opponent. I do see Poppy Field, which says if you have no weapons, your items have their cooldowns reduced by 10%, which could be fun to cut the spiky shield and reduce this cooldown even further. Huh. Don't know why that would be incredibly useful, though. I mean, it's useful once I get the enchant on Fixer-Upper. You know what? I'm kind of just thinking let's just go Bouncertron and let's just get the additional XP. Yeah, why not? I think we're going to be fine against Bouncertron is ultimately the big decision maker here. Yeah, we're just going to one-shot them easily. So, assuming that this is going to be a miss regardless... Wow, okay, we actually got their skill. And now I guess I have to do this, but it doesn't really do much for me.
The Bazaar's a crazy place, right?
Roll for rewards card? Yeah, I guess I'll just keep rolling for it.
Nice to see you.
Andy? Ooh, Bazaar Con. And that's actually a really tough decision because I could grab just 2 flat XP, level up actually, or I could grab 3 small items. I am looking for small items. Thruster, finding that again, the rewards card. There's enough small items, and like I specifically do want a small item here. There's another game plan, though, which is when I just enchant the Fixer-Upper into a game winner, and then the final slot on my board is a fort. And if that's the plan, I think I want to maximize my chances of finding relevant enchantments. And actually, I think Poison's already relevant enough. So we are going to give the Fixer-Upper the poison enchantment here, and this will be the thumbnail of the video, I suppose. I don't know, maybe I'll make it, I've got a burning enchantment clip, it'll keep some suspense on it maybe, but yeah, it now does poison equal to 10% of this item's shield, which is just going to be a crazy high number once we actually get into the fight, because this is going to quadruple. So it's 120 poison 2 seconds in. My opponent doing a similar thing, but Turbo Fixer-Upper is not nearly as good as a Toxic Fixer-Upper to just whabam you for what will eventually be lethal poison. It's a little bit like either one of us could one-shot the other one here, but my opponent, I guess, did not have Balcony or Deed, so they were not doing nearly as broken things as I was right there. Yeah, never mind. Plus, they were going for Turbo Fixer-Upper. I wouldn't even, I mean, sometimes you just have to take a random enchant, right? Sell skill upgrades again? Again? Well, this I won't buy. This will bum me out a little bit, and the rest of the stuff I can afford. So, let's go for it. Yeah, this I don't care about. This I also actually do not care for. I'm going to save my 5 gold. Yeah, I mean, this is just, like, if I put, like, a really cheap weapon next to this and then scaled up its crit, it's cute. But I don't even think it's worth building around. I mean, it could be. It actually could be. But it's not something I need to care about right now. Gumballs for additional shield. Nah. It's day 9. Oh, wait. Isn't day 9 like the Phoenix Day? It is, isn't it? No, it's Death Night. Ah, okay. There's nothing truly broken today, but I don't see a reason to click anything other than this. If you have one weapon, reduce its cooldown, or increase its cooldown, rather. When you heal, charge a shield item. That could be really good. Then we would just need to find some little small healing trinket. Maybe the bird. Maybe we put the little birdie back in, and that just triggers this guy to go off like crazy. And then Blood Reef Captain I don't think does anything for me. If you have a weapon, if you have a tool, if you have 4 or fewer items in play, no, none of that does anything. Oh, Captain's Wheel. Captain's Wheel is actually fine. But bonus XP. Not that I even need enchants at this point. Though, if I can roll random enchants onto Balcony, I think that still does something. I think that there's good enchants that Balcony can get. There might still be okay enchants on Deed. Don't really remember. Probably just looking for, like, Icicle, and then...
About motivation. You gotta know what you're
Oh,
fighting
wait,
for.
that's actually a relevant pickup. Your items have plus 20% crit chance. Wow. Okay, nice. Shield skills, heal and regen skills, skills unique to the piggy. I'll go for skills unique to the piggy, though. At this point, wait, what is this? If you have no weapons, your items' cooldowns are reduced. Oh, that's beautiful. By 20%. Yeah, I mean, that's worth playing no weapons for. Trader's also cool, because every value on this is multiplied by 16. So every day this scales by 16, which is 1 additional poison. However, 20% additional cooldown. The problem is I do need to keep my board filled out, so that way this doesn't get frozen and slowed targeted. But I think I still have to go for Minimalist. I'm eventually looking to potentially play Fort as my remaining slot here. And maybe this is the best skill. Maybe I've answered the question here now. Let's look for some non-weapons from Kina. Still don't find what we're really looking for. Do I ever play Jewelry Bushel? It's kind of expensive. I'm just going to roll. Bootstrap, still silver. Heal equal to your shield is a interesting thing, but it's way too expensive, actually. So, never mind. Let's just
Feel
move
like
along
that
here.
decision comes
I want to
from a
save my
negative
gold so that I can
place.
roll as heavily as I can whenever I find, like,
Just
Andy
taking
and
the
stuff.
first step
Okay,
toward
this is
good
crazy.
taste.
Diamond rewards card. Whenever you visit a merchant, this is going to gain 4 value.
Tell everyone you got it here.
That is crazy good. I could pick up... No, I cannot pick up marbles. I cannot do anything. This is fine. I will actually still roll here for the truffles. I could go for the signet ring, but I don't even really need max health. So I think we're good. I think we're good. This is 58% to crit. I'm sure that this build is still fine for now. And then I will start to give this 4 extra value every hour. You multiply that by 16, so 64 extra shield every time I visit a merchant. That's going to be really good. They do slow my full board here with a triple Chimera, but I think I'm quite quickly going to just get out of range with a 1k. Yeah, sure. I mean, forgot about the spiky shield, but why not? They did bonk me, and they slowed me with the Chimera. But they only really had 1 target for my freeze. That's not true. They had 3 targets, but I just hit, I suppose. Alright, I'm going to just keep this in so that I never forget about it. It is awkward because this has to be to the right and this has to be to the right. So you'd have to remember to swap them out. Don't need weapons, don't need chocolate. Just get an item. Adjacent toys have multicast, not useful. Medium could help me find a balcony. I don't think a deed, even at diamond, does anything. So I'll look for balcony.
I'll help you find
Oh.
who does.
Well, I can't play phonograph and balcony at the same time, so nada. Could go for a masterpiece. Sell out both of these and then just have some passive gold in the form of masterpiece. I think that that's fine. There's nothing that I'm really looking to buy right
If
this
it's not right
second,
for you,
so
bring it
we
back.
will just
I want you to be happy.
start to earn up some income. Okay, so 3 things. I noticed that I had a fan on in the background. Hopefully that was not making awkward noises. I'm actually planning on having a slightly different audio setup very soon. I got like a mic stand thing, but I need a screw, so I had to order a part on it online to make it work with my microphone. Last thing is we might actually be able to get the final part of this build, which is the Master Salesman skill from Property Baron, and is definitely the best skill for this build, but also possibly just in the game right now, because... And I gotta think about if I just want to go... What if I just do this? I don't know, and just get the 20% cooldown reduction on this. That seems good to me. This is also pretty reliable to acquire because of the fact that this is a day 10 encounter, which means you have a chance of facing against the Property Baron every single day. A 50-50 chance from day 10 onward. So you will eventually get this skill, excuse me, with pretty high regularity. And there you go. Now all my items have double value in combat, and this is obviously, quite clearly, just ridiculous. We're going to look for some gold tier loot to continue to pump up the fixer-upper. One other thing that I had meant to say here, I guess I'll throw that for right there for right now. You do also want to visit as many merchants as possible. Whenever you visit a merchant, these both get to scale up, and that just means visiting merchants is quite good. None of these do anything for me. Wait, tool. No, I don't have that skill this game. There's a tool-related skill. We're just going to move along here. I could have rolled, but I'm pretty short on cash. Could roll a little bit at pearls, though I could also go to Kina, and I don't know if Pearl is a merchant. She's got to be. Or they've got to be. Not sure. Kina could find me. I mean, really just a balcony upgrade. Could find me fort, though I cannot afford fort. Fort only appears at gold, which means it's going to cost 24 gold. Let's go to pearls. Let's see. Does that give me some extra coin here? No, looks like it did not work. So that's a bit of a bummer. When you shield, this gains 1 burn. When you use another item, this gains shield equal to the value of that item. Oh, and it's shiny. Oh, wow. Okay, sure. That's easy enough. I will not get too bent. I did not get additional value on the rewards card, but honestly, I think it's fine. And we are going to play this, and I will actually just also scrap right now, because there'll be 1 extra poison. Could add up. And because
I should warn you.
the... What is this called? Landscraper? No, this is called... Landscraper. Yeah. Because it scales based off value, it is also very quickly going to get absolutely crazy. They've got a Turbo Itlotl, a Caltrops, and a Radiant Lion Cane. But yeah, it's just not close, unfortunately. This build is pretty dang busted as we get win number 5 on day 10. We are 5-5 right now, slowly coming back and putting something ridiculous together here. So now I am going to visit real merchants with their names on them whenever possible. And I think I brought up earlier in the video that I thought Landscraper... excuse me, that I thought Landscraper was bugged. Your small items have +1 value. Start of each day, get 2 spare change. Snow Globe, which I could actually definitely see being better than Shiny Landscraper. Shiny Landscraper I don't even think is super great. I mean, this is a combo, clearly. But let's grab the Snow Globe and roll. And this is fine for the income, but I don't think I even want the additional max health. I think what I'm looking for right now is something that doesn't exist, which is a small property to use with the Snow Globe. But for right now, I'm fine having picked this up. Could go for Gumballs, which could give me additional armor. Could just grab some flat regen. At this stage of the game, flat regen might just be the best option. Because what else am I going for here? Like, maybe I find a tiny bit of cooldown reduction. That would not be that bad. Oh, plus they're a merchant. Okay, sure.
I got everything you need.
And then I'm really just looking for a feather here, I think. Don't think I need to even worry about the scrap. Here's Clockwork Blades, that's fine.
Now that's a bargain.
And then that is... I mean, I'll grab this too, because why not?
That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Down to basically no gold. I still have not prestiged down, which is crazy, though. And this Hulkling Experiment, do they give anything for me? Regen for each ammo item? No. Yeah, so I think we'll just fight the Vulcus Enforcer, though Trash Titan is interesting. When you use a small item, charge a large item. I guess that would be useful for me, too. Vulcus Enforcer. Oh, the first 3 times you shield each fight, freeze an item for 2 seconds? Wait a second, hot dog. Plus, actually, the Stopwatch and Icicle and even Frost Potion would be fine for me. Okay. Well, never mind, I'm back on board. I probably should cut the Snow Globe, because that does not do anything. And yeah, let's just do this right now so that I don't mess it up later. And then just go Landscraper. Now, I should play this.
Clean.
Best defense is a good offense, and I don't have to worry about them doing any ridiculous combos if I can just Okay, wait, this could actually be a little bit scary. I'm sure I unfreeze at some point here, right? And then just one of these activations could be enough to win the whole dang thing. Yeah. Okay, they do get the stopwatch off and then hit me with the icebreaker for some nice damages. But I think I'm lock solid here. Oh, and they poison died. Did not need the spiky shield. They just died to poison, so this would be great. When one of your items gains freeze, reduce the duration by half. I think this might actually just be a good card for me too, come to think of it. Upgrade an item. Well, I can't upgrade this. I could upgrade the balcony. I could go for a... Yeah, let me look at what these upgrades look like here, actually. So... balcony upgrade. Oh, and my typing is going to be really loud because my mic is just sitting next to my keyboard right now. Balcony upgrade gives me 30% cooldown reduction. Not terrible. Deed upgrade does absolutely nothing. The... what is this card called? Cryo Sleeve. The amount of shield scales, so that's not really super relevant. I don't think I'm upgrading anything. Let's just grab a gold skill. And I'll probably roll on this too, because I don't think I need an additional 20 shield. When you use an item, they gain crit chance. No, thank you. Not super useful if I want to use minimalist. When you buy a property, gain some stuff. Also not super useful. When you heal, gain crit chance. I guess I'm just going to gain a little bit of cash if I ever buy a property. Huh. Frozen Shot does make you reconsider minimalist, though, right? Just going to do this before I forget later. Huh. I think I will probably just grab a little bit of econ here. Not super excited by it, but that's fine. Not everything has to be exciting. Let's see if we can find the balcony now from Mittel. Or an ATM machine, which would give me a bonus chocolate bar and spare change. Negative.
You might try JJ's shop. Real
Alright, last shop of the turn here, and I can go to Kronos for haste items. Bazaar Con for other small options. Huh. I probably should start saving up for the fort specifically. I don't know. Oh, what I should be freezing is like nothing, actually. Yeah. I just freeze these two. And this just protects, it's just a scarf. I think that the cryo sleeve is actually really strong here, which means I possibly just want small items, which means I go to Bazaar Con, because I don't know what other tiny haste items I'd be looking for other than just like haste enchanted random stuff. So let's go to Bazaar Con and see what we find. And I do think I will potentially sell out of this snow globe so that I get all these, because I don't know how this works. Okay. None of this is good for me when you use an adjacent aquatic. Burn equal to this item's damage, which is just a total joke now that enchants work the way that they do. I'll just grab all of these things. Fair enough. It might still be worth playing. Oh, never mind. That's right. I have to do it like this. It could still be worth playing it, though. Like, imagine... Just thinking about, like, random destroy an item effects. I feel like it is worth it to play. Yeah, let's go for it. And maybe we actually freeze... Oh, and adjacent items, plural. When this is frozen, it still works. So we can freely freeze both of these things and just gain a little bit of stuff. A little bit of bonus shield on top of everything else. I think that that's fine. Pretty low cooldown here on the cryo sleeve, and 1.9 seconds on the fixer-upper. Every 2 seconds it's activating. Oh, this is an enchanted life-stealing submarine. How does it have life-steal? From the, Circle of Life. Okay. Well, this would be pretty good. Unfortunately, it was their only item, so it also got froze-locked. That fight happened so quickly, I'm going to watch it again. Because I was busy looking at what my opponent had, and all of a sudden, they were dead. So, yeah, this just activated fast. They only had one thing that was possible to freeze. And we can see this is not really doing anything bad for me. And if my opponents happen to have any freeze things, we'll just get to shrug that right off. The big thing against me will be slow. If my opponents are able to slow me, that could be reasonable. But freeze, I think, is like the chief concern that really locks you out of the games, and I don't have to worry about that, which is awesome. Oh yeah, there is one other interesting angle to this build that I just thought of. There's the stained glass window, which you can, it's probably a little late for that now, but you can use it to scale up against the PvE fights. And other than that, I think I've basically exhausted the full run of what is relevant for this type of build. And I think found a pretty nice additional item for it too. We'll look for the coconuts.
Mind is highly concentrated.
Matchbox would technically be an upgrade over the rewards card. It's just a fine small item to have. Actually, wait, isn't anything fine? Yes, it is, but why do I feel like the matchbox is good specifically? But like, I could have played either of these over rewards card in the last fight, and then, oh no, it would take away some of the, if I put this over here, it takes away 8% of the crit and a little bit of the shield. Because if I want to use the cryo sleeve on the balcony, which I don't even need to do. I could just like say, all right, I'm not going to play the rewards card and I'm going to put in this. And like, this is probably a better build. Or even like this. Just as this weird little guy. Got to put him in over here. But yeah, that could, oh no, he's a weapon. Goodbye. But I feel like the matchbox is fine. Because I'm allowed to play 5 items. I don't have the skill that says I need to play 5 or less. So I'm going to buy the matchbox. And then I'm going to roll and the bird. Could the bird be good? I mean, it costs 4.
Whoever said
Let's just
money
buy it.
can't buy class had neither.
And then we could go, so why did I go for Volcus Enforcer last time? Oh, I guess Icicles is actually the best possible hit though, right? Wait, they can just like totally not even touch me now that I have Cryo Sleeve. That is wonky. All right, sure.
Target acquired.
Yeah, this would be a nice little pickup. This would be a fine pickup. They're about to freeze me out again, but I at least get some poison on him this time, and the freeze is not nearly as bad this go round. Oh yeah, the skill, first 3 times you shield,
Target
freeze 1 item for 2 seconds. That is really great. But I will also just play the freeze potion. Yeah, I guess I'll keep fighting the, what is that guy called? It was the title of one of my videos one time, Volcus Enforcer. I will keep on battling against the Volcus Enforcer for as long as they let me. But we will play the freeze potion here now, and then no weapon skills, no healer regen skills, diamond tier skills it is. First time you fall below half your health, double your weapons, your leftmost heal does something. You have max health for each weapon you have, negative, negative, negative when you heal. Double all your crit chance when you use a weapon. No, I guess I'm doubling all my crit chance if I fall below half health. That's not going to be super helpful for me. What's the other option when you heal? Nah. Nope. All right, here we go.
Power is wisdom.
Definitely a bit of a swing and a miss there, but I think we are doing quite good here now. I just want to read this thing. Shield properties adjacent to this have plus shield equal to the value of your highest value item. Huh. This is basically like another doubler, isn't it? Wait a minute. Isn't this good? Have plus shield equal to the value of your highest value item. Okay, it's not a doubler, it's a +1. Because this is 4 times this item's value. So this makes it, 800. This makes it 1600. This would make it go, if it was 800, 1600, then it would get another 400. So it would go up to about 2K, which is fine. Here is the stained glass window as well, which it's a little bit... So this counts as only having 4 or fewer things in play. I think we will pick it up here because I'm never using this. And it is a property as well, right? Yeah, so it does work with the bird if you wanted to play this, which is kind of funny. You've got a forecast bird, so this could be a nice thing to put some enchants on. Speaking of forecasting, that might forecast some upcoming maneuvers, but for right now I'm going to play the freeze potion and stained glass window. I mean, you could play it to get the cooldown reduction. That part of it's interesting, right? Yeah, we're done with this. And then look at that, 1.7 seconds. That's pretty good. However, I think that I will probably just use it to scale and keep the cryo sleeve in. I do have a little bit of leeway, so it's interesting to think about, but...
Reuse, recycle.
Let's see what else we can find here. Some more cooldown reduction. You'll love to see it. This is 3 gold to get +1 value on specifically the Toxic Fixer-Upper. But I think that that even could just be worth it. This is not good. Let's grab this and this and roll. Shield items gain value. I'm going to go for the Clockwork Blades. Bar of Gold is free to cycle through. That's funny. Oh, shoot, I don't have a weapon. Oh, perfect, perfect. I can cut my stuff. Oh, that's so funny. You put it up here so that way it gains full cooldown again, and then you can sell the feather off, and it loses that cooldown again. Cool. I will do the same thing when I cycle through this Clockwork Blades.
Reuse everything.
And might as well put 1 more crit chance on it before the fight. Why not? Should I just sell out of all my gold here? I don't think so, actually. I don't think it's worth it. 1 more crit chance, up to 40. I think this still works. If it doesn't, who cares? And yeah, we're going to play the Frost Potion. So I'll throw that in here. I don't want to... Oh, this is actually pretty terrible, but it's fine. I'm just saying it's 1 item for 1 second. Don't think that's going to be super relevant, but...
Are you sure?
It's not worth freezing it for like a little bit of additional armor or whatever.
Go ahead. Underestimate me.
We've got a Toxic Flagship, which is going to hit for a bunch of poison. There's a decent chance it just gets frozen out, though. No, it doesn't. Dodges the freeze, and then they're going to hit me for a bunch of poison, but I've actually already hit them for so much more poison. They do get to keep their health stacked up, but they're dead before it gets to activate again.
Plunder. More plunder.
Yeah, this is just wild. 1.9 seconds, plus everything else we got going on. This was a 3-second Toxic Flagship, but it just doesn't come close. And there we go. There is win number 7. I'll slot this rewards card back in just so I don't forget it. And honestly, I'll probably play this up against the random PvE fights too. Let's grab some weapons, aka 4 more value on this. Goodbye.
Refuse.
users.
I'll be back, yeah, as long as you keep on doing that for me. Econ items. I don't think balcony is considered an econ item. I do think the truffles would be. However, mysterious portal is probably enough interesting that I do want to go visit that. And we find Fiora, which can either give me a stained glass window or balcony upgrade. And I think it's just gotta be balcony for additional cooldown reduction, right? Let's double check stained glass window. Stained glass window does go up to 20% cooldown reduction, and then also goes from +4 value to +6 value for this ability. So it is some scaling, and doing that sooner rather than later is more scaling. Balcony would go from 20% cooldown reduction to 30% cooldown reduction, though. You know what? I think I actually do go for stained glass window here. As crazy as it sounds, this is not that much more. And scaling benefits from doing it as early as you can. So we will upgrade the quality on that one. Trash Titan. Oh, that's where the Matchbox was good. Matchbox was good if we ever get the Trash Titan skill. Alright, my mistake. I don't think I care about Void Golem ever. They can just destroy me, right? Yeah, no thank you. Let's avoid the Void and cut the rewards card for this fight. So now this is activating every 1.5 seconds. And the Juggler skill would be pretty crazy, though. Also, like, in all of these fights, this just activates so much quicker than everything else that I don't know that it really matters. It would be interesting, though.
Believe you'll win, and you'll win.
Alright, I will look for the Matchbox, or can't use the Yo-Yo, but a Diamond Yo-Yo would be pretty nasty. Diamond Yo-Yo's almost infinite, not quite, because I couldn't play this, I couldn't do some other stuff. Gold tier item or gold tier loot. There's some really good loot here still. Sure, Eagle Talisman's great. I would love to pick up a small item if we can find the Matchbox. That seems cool. Do find the truffles. I think I will pick it up just because it is so much easier than having to deal with all of this other rewards card BS, swapping that in and out.
Never be remorseless.
I do need a small item here. Here's the yo-yo. It is a silver yo-yo. It means that then I don't have this cooldown reduction. But I'll have to look at exactly how it looks like. I'm going to buy it just because it's going to be easier and quicker than calculating any type of math. So my comp is theoretically this.
You wanna buy that?
2.3 seconds.
Excellent choice.
Activates this and then charges this again. I think that makes it faster, and I think that's what I'm going to go for. I don't think it's worth putting the cryo sleeve onto the yo-yo because it freezes it, but then it charges it 2 seconds. So every freeze is actually still a profit. Okay. Sure. I can't add in much more than this. I'm going to keep the cryo sleeve now until the end of the game here. So basically, yeah, now I can just get value onto the truffles, sell out of the truffles at some point, and get a little bit of extra income in the meantime, but I don't know how much longer this game's really going to go. Maybe I will just do this if I think about it, but it's like it's a nice backup plan if I forget to think about it. I think that's why I like it too. Shield equal to the value of the adjacent items is a lot of shield as well on the abacus. But we're going to roll along here. Small items have +1 value. No, we're going to keep moving. That's fine.
Not the DIY type. Guess you could always pay for repairs.
Alrighty. And yeah, this looks good. This pig is a win up on me. I do think that they've already prestiged down, though. Is a little bit tough to tell. They've got a master salesman as well and a burning fixer-upper that is hitting me for double what I'm hitting them for, but I do get to freeze it for 4 seconds. Oh, they sub-scraper? How did they get out of this? All right, I'm going to have to re-watch that fight because it was crazy. The start of each fight, your other items gain value equal to this item. Oh, wow. That's big. I mean, I'm not... So we can just take a look, though, at what another, like, crazy level to go on top of this is to finish it out with a sub-scraper, which also gets... No, it doesn't get this, but it does get the Master Salesman bonus and the Deed bonus, and then sends that bonus over here. I think. Maybe. I mean, they had a crazy number here, but we were able to freeze them, and they were not able to freeze us. They didn't actually have any freeze, but if they did, we were prepared. And let's watch that again, because they had some much bigger numbers, but we were able to just sneak in there, and I want to see what the yo-yo was able to do, if anything. Yeah, yo-yo allowed me to double activate there. That's pretty cool. Yo-yo definitely got me an extra activation or two. And from there, we were able to take them out, despite them burning for a much bigger number. But that will be win number 8 into day 14. And I am feeling pretty good about our chances here to finish off this game strong. See what non-weapons Keen is working with. Is this what they had? No. Is this what... Well, this is also a good thing, I think. But I think that the anti-freeze plus the yo-yo is better than increasing my opponent's cooldown. I think so. I think so. I'm going to stick with this. Why am I even here? I don't think I need anything. Oh, balcony. I could get a balcony upgrade, sure. Adjacent toys have multicast. That's also really funny. But I'm not tossing the cryo sleeve at this point. Unless I find like the scarf, I don't think I'm ever tossing this. Let's go to... Wait, there was something else. I guess I was just thinking that like I would try to upgrade the yo-yo if possible. But we are just going to do this for now. Feather for 4% cooldown reduction. Oh, on everything? Oh, geez. Yeah, that's gravy. And I don't believe you can get an additional copy of Property Baron's skills. I did one time get... I actually got 2 of Lord Arkan's skills one time, which is when you use an item shield 40... Oh, they do have the battery, too. That's kind of an interesting option. But I don't... Oh, they also have thrusters. Well, I'm going to face Lord Arkan, I think, just because they have more XP. But... Yeah, that's what it's going to be. Let's sell out of this right now. And then let's also figure out which... Yeah, we can play the stained glass window. That's good. Do we even care about the yo-yo? Yeah, probably. So, what I was going to say is one time I got 2 of Lord Arkan's skills. I got double unwavering, and it showed them. It showed me that I had both, but at the end of game screen, it only showed as me having 1 of that skill. So I'm really not sure if you can get double Master Salesman. Maybe I should just be trying for it, though, just because, I mean, like, if you could, hot dog, that seems sweet. So this is actually another option here. I could do this, and that allows me to just get max cooldown reduction by no longer playing a weapon. This will be significantly slower than the yo-yo, though, so I think that this is, well, 2.2, 1.8 versus 2.2. Yeah, I think this is better. Level up. I could upgrade the yo-yo. I could upgrade the balcony. Honestly, both of those are fine. There's 2 days left. I think we upgrade the balcony. Try to get it down to a flat 2 seconds. But it doesn't really matter. I would need to get it down to 1 point. No, I mean, any cooldown reduction on it's good, actually. Is that better than just a random gold tier skill? I feel like it probably is. These could be more interesting, but like, what could it really be at this point of the game that I care about? Huh. This is a lot. This is a lot of cooldown reduction. Let's go for it. So now it gets me down to an even 2 seconds. I could get a freeze item. Freeze yo-yo would be the most gnarly thing possible, but I'm just going to look for smalls. Spices doesn't work. I will roll for the yo-yo upgrade, which we find. So now every time we activate this, we basically activate the yo-yo, which is crazy. I almost feel like I don't want to use the yo-yo, or don't want to use the cryo sleeve on the yo-yo at this point, because they basically just both have a 1 second cooldown and are activating each other. And that seems really, really good. So let's just keep it at that, huh? I will take a look at medium items. This was the bummer of, like, if I find the... I could have found the...
Take your time. I'm pretty late.
Other thing here. So for 8 gold... No, I should look to just sell out of the masterpiece pretty soon here. All good.
Hey, that's okay. It's been nice talking to you.
Basically, it was a waste to upgrade the balcony if I wind up finding the upgrade for it anyways. Honestly, I'm just going to sell out of truffles. It's fine. I'll remember to keep putting the rewards card in. Sometimes it's a little bit annoying to micromanage everything. Up against a fellow 8-win pig. Again, I think a pig that prestige down. It's kind of crazy that I still actually have a little bit of give in this one. This is going to be way too slow. An Obsidian Spiky Shield. They could hit me for a bunch because I'm not going to be wrecking their armor at all. However, yeah, I mean, this is kind of good in the exact mirror. If we both just build up a bunch of armor and then they get to hit me and remove all of my armor, it's pretty good. But unfortunately, that is not going to be what happens here. This is a golden deed. Just gives itself double value. This has lifesteal from an obsidian enchant, and this is a golden balcony, which gives the property to the left of this triple value. So golden balcony is also an improvement. I meant to just take a look at the recap here to see what their other skills were. Doesn't actually seem like anything super useful. Honestly, I did not really pay attention to the fight too closely, but I think we're killing it. We'll see if we can stay crushing it tomorrow. We'll go for piggy skills, I think. Wait, no, what about alacrity? Which is like when you... Isn't it when you haste charge a shield item? It's not really what I'm doing. Let's take a look for it, though. Your shield items have crit chance. I've already got it. When you use a large item, shield equal to your max health. It's fine. When you crit, scale. Let's roll. Okay, this... No, wait. None of these are actually super relevant to me. When your enemy uses a weapon, nah. Shield items have +1 shield for every 2 gold you have. So it's +13. I'll sell off all my stuff before the end of the day. Sure.
Blocking is a lot like striking.
It's not a huge deal. But I think there's no reason not to. Alright, what do you got for me here, Curio?
Just close your eyes and grab something.
I think we're just gonna roll. Every roll is losing shield for the final fight. But I think that's alright. think we can pick up some clockwork blades here.
Hooey! Now that's a bargain.
Cool. And let's finish strong. Skill upgrades. Wait a minute. Alright, initial chill would be fine. Right eye would also be worth purchasing, and all of my other skills are diamond, but I think one additional freeze second from initial chill is actually worth 20 gold here. So I will go for that. And then, do we just fight the property baron and see if they'll give us another activation on that? Void Colossus has, when you burn, charge a shield item. Which means if we could find like a burning yo-yo, it gets a little bit more out of pocket. I do think that's pretty fun too. And the extra XP seems like it could be useful. Alright, I'm going to go for that instead. And here we are. Don't think any of this stuff really matters. Yeah, these just get to keep activating each other, which is awesome. When you burn, charge a shield item 1 second. That would be pretty great. When you burn, haste an item for 1 second is fine. It's fine. We will grab a gold tier, diamond tier loot. Yeah, burn enchant. That's exactly what I was thinking we could find. A burning yo-yo is reasonable. There is also burning balcony. Balcony with a burn enchant says when you use the property to the left of this, burn 3. That is not going to be super exciting. Yo-yos also burn. Oh wait, I guess this would be slightly faster to go for a burning balcony, but I'd rather try to get a golden balcony later. So let's go for burning yo-yo. Sure. I guess I should see what does the burning... What's my other item called? It's called Cryo Sleeve. Can this take a burn enchant? I imagine it's just like deal 4 burn. Yeah, deal 4 burn. That is nothing to me. Let's grab a fiery yo-yo and then throw some additional burn on it. Don't really care that it's burning. It's just about hasting. And then I can upgrade the yo-yo. I think that's going to be the play. Yeah.
Does good work.
Diamond fiery yo-yo. So now it auto activates every time I use the fixer-upper. Because it has a charge of 4. Huh. 1.6. This is at least worth considering. If you cut the deed... Oh, wait. Cryo Sleeve. At that point, I can't play this. So, deed's back in. Yeah, have to play Cryo Sleeve. Never not playing that. That would just be a wild throw, I think. And now we are on to the final fight of the game here, right? So I think what I actually do is sell off everything, get the most gold, so that way I've got a little bit extra on my makeshift plate. And, like, if I wind up losing this fight, then, like, whatever. Like, I lose a little bit of extra value in this, potentially, for tomorrow. But I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. And I potentially, like, having this extra armor giving me a little bit of extra poison could be the difference maker. Could be what sends this over the edge. Let's take one last review here. If they have more health than me, we are having additional cooldown reduction, which, yeah, is just crazy. If I have no weapons, which I do, unfortunately, I do have double value during combat and double crit chance if I fall below. I'm juggling with the yo-yo. I've got the makeshift plate, the right eye and rear shielding. Void Rage, that's right, everything's going to be hasted very, very quickly. When you buy a property, gain 1 chocolate bar and 1 spare change. Never use that one. When you use a weapon, This gains even more crit chance. Forgot about that. The first time I use this, I'm going to freeze something for 5 seconds. It's got an additional 10 damage there. My stuff really can't get frozen. I've got double value. Bunch of cooldown reduction. And we're doing it to it. I think this should be a nice little 10-win victory and a good demonstration of why the Bazaar needs a little bit of a fixin' up right now. Here's my opponent also with a fixer-upper, this time with another sub-scraper, so they're going to have much bigger numbers than I. But I am a lot faster, and that just means I got to stack up twice as much poison with this absolutely wild build. Another, Master Salesman, Sub-Scraper. I think my build's actually a little bit better, specifically in the mirror and just overall. So, there we go. That is going to be it for me today. Did not even need to prestige down. That's how busted this is. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm NoLucksGiven. Peace.